And when it comes to like what happened with Charlie Kirk, for example, the shooting, what does it say about political discourse right now in America?
In this country, you have the right to say things, and we don't have to agree with what you say, but you still have the right to say it. That's what free speech is all about. And it requires some tolerance. You've got to be able to tolerate what people say that you don't necessarily like. Now, if they're putting that in policy, that's different. It's one thing to say something and you have no means by which you can harm people, but it's another thing if you can put that thing that you're saying into policy. Now we can take on the speech, because the speech is related to the policy that could be harmful to someone. But in this country, we don't kill people because we don't like what they say. We don't do that. But we can say, we don't like what you said, and we can express that.
Almost 60 Democrats voted against that resolution to honor him.
It was 58, I thought.
Yeah, 58, almost 60.
I was one of them.
Yeah, what made you vote against it?
Well,
do you think it was okay just to honor him regardless of your views on his policy or his positions?
Well, no, I don't. Here's what I think. I think that if I had been presented with a resolution that spoke to his right to say what he said, but not to have me agree with what he said, and that resolution went to the point of having me agree. So I didn't agree with what he said, but he had a right to say it, and we didn't stick with that. That resolution crossed the line over, and those who agreed with what he said, then I have no problem with them voting for it, but I didn't. And because I didn't agree with it, then I didn't sign on to that resolution. I think there was another one that Mark Vesey out of Dallas, Texas had that dealt more with what actually happened to him. Nobody has a right to harm you because of what you say. We have to show tolerance. That's what this is all about. Free speech requires a certain amount of tolerance, but it also requires a certain amount of belief in the fact that one day I may say something that people will differ on. And if I do, I would hope that I could say it and then be able to go home to my family. That man will never go home to his family. His children will never have the opportunity to see their dad as they matriculate through life. And it's a sad thing. And my sympathies are with the family and with those children. And my hope is that people will learn a lesson from this and never allow such a thing to become prominent in their lives. It shouldn't be that way. But as to the resolution, I didn't agree with them going so far as to ask me to agree with his positions. I would defend his right to take the positions, but then you have to defend my right to say, I don't agree with the positions.